So episode 4 of JoJo Part 4 actually gave us this awesome showdown between Shiny Diamond and Worst Company, and this stand fight, to me, it was damn sure impressive. Worst Company is a powerful stand, even though it might seem kind of weak. This thing has so many capabilities, because we saw it in the form of a small army, we saw it in the form of attack choppers, we saw it in the form of tanks, and even landmines. There's just so much that Okuyasu's brother or Okuyasu's brother can actually use with this stand. To me, that what makes it a major threat. But we see now that obviously the episode it picked off from last week, and we see now where Josuke and Okuyasu's brother come face to face, and we see now how his brother was actually going to retrieve the arrow, but Josuke, wanted to stop him, because obviously if he does remove that, that right there will just make Koichi bleed, a whole lot more. And so now we learn more about Okuyasu's brother, and we see now how we doing things, how we doing things according to their method or the right procedures. And so right now he had wanted to retrieve that arrow back in the correct way, because that way he did not want to break it, because obviously there's only one arrow, and that right there is a powerful one. So of course he of course he wants to get it back, so that way no damage will come to it. And so we see now that we have Okuyasu. He actually got up fairly easily, because we saw last week he actually got knocked out, but we see that that right there didn't last for long. And so now where we have his brother pulling out the arrow, we have Josuke, charging it, and then we also have, Okuyasu who actually wanted to fight, Josuke some more. So he told the brother to stay out of it, but that right there wasn't possible. And so that right there was a small teaser or a taste of the power of Worst Company, because we just saw all these holes appear in his brother's face. And so right now we pretty much have his brother, bad mouthing him, calling him an idiot, and we see now how he really showed no concern for what he just did. And we even see now that when he was going to attack him once more, because at first, Josuke had dodged his attack, and that right there, led to this base being broken. And so right now he was trying to figure it out. And we see now that when his brother took another shot at him, and this time, Okuyasu was in a way, Josuke, had to save him, but at the same time, he also got hurt, because we saw his hand get damaged. And so now, once they were outside, his brother now was going to pretty much lure them in, because obviously there is no way Josuke would abandon Koichi. And so now, all he had to do was just bide his time and wait, because obviously they would come. And then we have Josuke who was trying to get some information out of Okuyasu, but even though his brother just shot him and was bad mouthing him, he was still not selling him out about his stand. And so now so now it seems that maybe Josuke was going to hurt him, but no, he in fact did go ahead and heal his wounds, and that right there really confused him, because at one point, or just till now, he was his enemy, and now he was healing him. And even, and even Okuyasu was saying, why would you do that? I'm your enemy, I can attack you now. And so Josuke was his thought process was there was no reason for him to die, which is why I healed him. And so now, going back into the house now, we see that, all that was left there was a trail of blood. And we even see it now going up these stairs. And so we see now that while Josuke was going up the stairs, Okuyasu could not leave this alone. And so we see now he was asking him more questions, but more importantly, he was asking him, why didn't he use his own stand, to heal him? And so Josuke here told him his weakness, that he cannot actually heal his own wounds. And that right there, could be a double-edged sword, because what if somebody, hears that one day? And so obviously now where we have, Josuke finally reaching the top of the steps, all you see is now Koichi like in the center of this room, and obviously it's a trap. Josuke knows that, but there's no way he can like just like leave him there. At the same time, we have Okuyasu appearing now, stopping him by grabbing him by the neck, and some of us might think that right there will like lead to a fight, but no, he actually used the hand now to actually bring Koichi to him, and that right there allow Josuke to actually heal him. Because the reason why Okuyasu did that, because he was saying how he's an idiot, and like he can only act on what his heart tells him to, and that right there was like repaying his debt to Josuke, because obviously he healed him and saved his life, and so the least he could do was like like let him heal his friend. And so now he was like, I won't interfere, I won't attack you, go ahead and with my brother, and pretty much Okuyasu had left. And so now, like while Josuke and Koichi were like talking, obviously, Okuyasu's brother definitely, was not going to let them leave. And so now we get the first glimpse of a bad company, or worse company, I mean, and when we see now how it took the form of like these soldiers, and right now these soldiers, even though they are small, their weapons quite a punch, because we see now that when they shoot the weapons and they like leave these like little holes, they definitely hurt quite a bit. And we even see now that when they had went into this room, they shot this door down and pretty much destroyed it with ease. And so now that right there is where we saw like the choppers and tanks, and we see now how Koichi was the one who actually saw the tanks, and so now because of that, Josuke slowly realizes how this guy is now a stand user. And so then we have his brother, wants to get appearing. And so we see now that apparently he actually wants to see Koichi stand, because he's looking for one that like has a certain ability, which is why he's like going around shooting these guys with the arrow. And so now we have no idea, exactly what kind of stand he's looking for or what ability, but at the same time he was like forcing like Koichi to like summon his. And so now he was like getting Josuke to like tell him how to do it. And so he was like, so he would like imagine once to like protect yourself or kicking his ass, and the rest is like instinct. But of course, this right here is a ton of info to like drop on someone who was like experiencing all this for the first time, because before he could not see stands, but now he is seeing them. And of course, that right there might, make him a little paranoid, because he was like definitely freaking out some. And so then his brother like had a crazy idea to like summon some kind of soldier. I believe called it a Green Beret, but this one had like a knife. And all you see it doing is just like stabbing his cheek like so many times, and that right there looked painful, especially from that scream we would like hear him. But at the same time, that right there did help him summon his stand. But all we see now is like some all we see is now it's like some huge egg. And so unfortunately, we could not see what this stand really was, because like all we saw was the egg like cracking once, and that right there was it, because I'm guessing his brother, had decided that, like now he can actually wait, like for that egg to hatch, but at the same time, he was planning on killing both of them eventually, but at least now he could take out Josuke, because he was like getting his army ready to attack. And so we see that, Josuke, he had no choice, because Koichi could not put his stand away, but he had to kick it, and that right there led to Worst Company, or his brother, I should say, that right there led to his brother unleashing Worst Company onto Josuke. And we see now that the power from that not only was it enough to actually push Josuke back, because at one point we actually get him, like punching down like bullets and missiles and like all the other stuff with like Crazy Diamond. But we see now how the power behind that actually had destroyed the wall behind Josuke, and like gave them some space. Excuse me. And so now with like both of them apart, he was like planning on finishing Josuke off. and we even see him now like telling him his plan, how he would like damage leg so that way he could not run, and then his arms so that way he could not protect himself, and then finally he would like blow his brains out. And so at the same time, that right there, did kind of cost him, because we saw that at the end of the episode, Josuke here, like all this time, he was like working on this plan, and we see now how it actually like paid off. And so now where we have Worst Company getting ready to like finish him off, because we see at one point how Josuke did, stepping on a landmine, and that right there did mess his leg up. And then we see now how he shot missiles into his arm, like leaving these big holes in there as well. That right there was also kind of messed up. We see now that when all of his army had unleashed everything, like this huge barrage of like missiles, bullets, like cannons, and all that, that right there is where Josuke, actually had finished the plan, because we saw now how he was like so calm and he looked so serious and deadly. And so we see that what his like master plan was, he actually had repaired those missiles that were like shot, into him. And we see now how he used that to actually, like go for his brother. And that right there, had took him out, that right there had took him out before that barrage could ever reach him. And we even see now how Josuke was like teasing him, because he actually had had told him that if he had forgot about that, then he should remember it. What do you say, methodically, something like that. But pretty much that right there is what the episode ended. But at the same time, we are definitely not done with these brothers, because next week we do get part 3. So that right there should be interesting, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. But at the same time, I do wonder just how long will it take for Josuke to like recover from, I do wonder how long will it take Josuke to recover from these wounds, because right now he is definitely hurt like pretty freaking badly. And also, I'm pretty sure we're all wondering like what Koichi stand will be, because obviously we definitely gotta see that. But of course, if you read the manga, you definitely know what it is. But if you're an anime only person, then I will just say that when we do see this stand, we all will definitely not be disappointed. But as always, this right here has been a fantastic episode of JoJo. This show to me, it just does not disappoint, and I am definitely enjoying the anime so far. But as always, let me know what you guys thought. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because it helps me out. And as always, you guys take it easy. I will see you all next time.